Your person is feeling a heavy burden in their heart, one that grows heavier each day as they reflect on the way they repeatedly rejected the love you were offering them. It's not that they didn't feel the love you extended, they did, deeply. But at the time, they were overwhelmed by their own fears, insecurities, and perhaps a reluctance to let themselves be vulnerable. Now that you've gone silent, no longer reaching out, no longer making any move or taking any action to keep the connection alive, it's stirring an unsettling tension within them. They're restless, unable to escape the echoes of your absence, and it's becoming harder and harder for them to carry the weight of their own guilt. Every single day, they find themselves reaching for their phone, checking it, unlocking it, scrolling through the messages, hoping to see a text from you. Every time it buzzes, their heart leaps, thinking that maybe, just maybe, it's you reaching out. But every time it's not you, the disappointment crashes down on them like a wave. They're desperate to hear from you, to sense that spark of connection they once took for granted. They're hoping for a sign that you still care, that you still think about them the way they think about you. But you've chosen a different path. You've decided to surrender everything to the divine, to let go of control and to trust in the universe's timing, focusing instead on your own healing, your own growth, and your own happiness. And it's this shift in you that's intensifying their guilt. They feel guilty for the choices they made, for the harsh words they spoke in moments of anger and frustration, words that came not from their heart but from their own insecurities and fear of losing control. They regret every time they let their ego speak louder than their heart. They realize now how their actions pushed you away, how, instead of protecting the bond you shared, they damaged it with unnecessary pride, stubbornness, and a refusal to show vulnerability. Every memory of those moments stings now, like an open wound that refuses to heal. More than anything, they want to heal what's been broken between you. They want to bridge the misunderstandings that piled up, the miscommunications that created distance where there once was closeness. They're longing to reach out, to say they're sorry, to own up to their mistakes. They want to make things right, to show you that they've grown, that they've recognized the toxic patterns they brought into the connection and are committed to changing them. They feel a deep desire to apologize for every hurt they caused, for every time they made you feel unloved or unworthy. They want to lay down their pride and let you see their true, vulnerable self, the part of them that was always afraid to show how deeply they care. At the same time, they recognize that you're not the same person you were when the relationship was at its peak. They can sense that you've raised your vibration, that you've grown and evolved to a place where you now know your worth. You've set boundaries, and you're no longer willing to accept anything less than the love and respect you truly deserve. This realization both humbles and terrifies them, because they know they can't come back to you with empty promises or half-hearted efforts. They have to rise to your level, to show you that they're capable of being the partner you always hoped they could be. The urge to break their silence grows stronger by the day. They're tired of the cold distance, tired of the guilt and the regret. They're ready to step forward, to initiate the conversation they should have had long ago. They want to let you know that they see things differently now, that they're willing to take responsibility, to make amends, and to prove that they've learned from the past. It's not just about easing their own guilt, it's about finally giving you the respect, the honesty, and the commitment that you deserve. In the background of all these emotions, there's a song that seems to play on repeat in their mind, a song that captures their feelings in a way words alone can't. That song is Let Me Love You, a plea to be given another chance, a promise to love you the way you always deserve to be loved. It's as if the universe itself is nudging them to take the leap, to break the silence, and to reach out to you with an open heart. They know it won't be easy, and they're prepared to face the consequences of their past actions. But the thought of losing you forever is a pain they can no longer bear. so they're gathering the courage to let go of their pride, to embrace vulnerability, and to finally tell you the truth. They want to love you, and they're ready to do whatever it takes to heal the wounds and start fresh. I get so fixated on your energy because it feels like you are the only one who truly knows me, the only one who seems to understand every hidden part of me, even the pieces I'm still figuring out myself. It's almost as if you can see through all the walls I've built, the ones I thought were so carefully crafted that no one could break through. But with you, it's like those walls don't stand a chance. You just look at me, and suddenly I'm vulnerable in ways I didn't think I could be. You are perfect in every way possible, even when you doubt yourself or when you get caught up worrying about how different we might seem on the surface. I wish I could make you see that you are all I want, all I've ever wanted, and no matter how much I try to move on or distract myself, I can't forget you. For such a long time, I convinced myself that I was doing okay, that I could handle this separation between us, that the silence wouldn't get to me. I tried to stay strong, to pretend that I was fine without you, that I could live a normal life without feeling like a piece of me was missing. But now, the reality of that distance is hitting me harder than I expected. It's breaking my heart in slow, quiet ways, like 1,000 tiny cracks that eventually shatter the whole thing. I can feel it in my chest, an ache that never goes away. And it's testing my patience, too, testing my ability to wait and hope that somehow, someday, we'll find our way back to each other. I hate the silence between us. I hate the way it creeps into the spaces where our laughter used to live, where our words used to dance. I hate the way it makes me feel like a stranger to you, like I've become just another name in your phone that you might forget to reply to. I want to tell you how much I can't stand being away from you, how every day feels like a battle between wanting to reach out and wanting to protect my heart. I miss the way we used to text each other, the way our conversations always felt electric, intense, alive. I miss the playful teasing, the way we'd challenge each other, push each other's buttons, and laugh about it later. I don't want to be dishonest with myself anymore. I don't want to pretend that I don't care, that I don't still crave the connection we had. It's my deepest desire to reconnect with you, to find a way to bridge the distance that's grown between us. I want to leave behind my unhealthy, toxic patterns, the ones that kept me from loving you the way I should have, the ones that made me hold back when all I wanted to do was run to you. I want to grow into the person you deserve, someone who can stand beside you without fear or doubt. Lately, I've been dreaming of you, and I find myself looking forward to sleep just so I can see you again, even if it's only in my mind. In those dreams, you always look so peaceful, like all the worry that sometimes haunts your eyes has finally lifted. When I see you there, in that place where nothing else matters, I always find myself wishing I could get closer, wishing I could reach out and touch you, just to remind myself that you're still real, that you're still the person I fell so hard for. I love you more than you know. More than I've ever been able to put into words, more than I've been brave enough to say out loud. It's a love that's complicated and messy and sometimes painful, but it's also the most honest thing I've ever felt. I don't know how to make you see that, how to make you believe that every beat of my heart still belongs to you. I know I've made mistakes, I've let my fears and insecurities get in the way, I've allowed silence to grow where I should have been brave enough to speak. But even through all of that, my love for you has never faded. I want to be better, not just for myself but for you, too. I want to show you that I can be someone who deserves your trust, your laughter, your love. I want to be the person who stands by your side, who faces every challenge with you, who doesn't run when things get hard. Because the truth is, even with all the differences and the doubts, even with all the miles between us, you are still my heart. And no matter how long it takes, I'll be here, hoping for the day when we can find our way back to each other. Your partner is feeling a profound sense of lovesickness over this connection. It's as though every fiber of their being is calling out for you, and they know deep down that it's finally time for them to open their heart to you in ways they never have before. They have come to understand that no one else can come close to stealing the feelings they have for you. What they feel is real, undeniable, and unique. It's a realization that's been building inside them, slowly growing stronger, and now it's become impossible for them to ignore. They also recognize, with a heavy heart, the mistakes they've made in the past. They see how their behavior, sometimes careless, sometimes toxic, has caused you pain. They imagine the tears you've shed, and every one of them feels like a weight on their conscience. They remember the times when you cried, sometimes silently, sometimes openly, and the guilt of knowing that they were the cause eats away at them. They know you have forgiven them before, sometimes with grace and sometimes with a kind of weary acceptance, but they also sense that you have reached a place where forgiveness is no longer so easily given. You have grown and drawn a boundary, refusing to allow their toxic behavior to keep hurting you. This realization, that you've become stronger, more protective of yourself, has awakened something in them. Your partner is now actively manifesting you back into their life. They are thinking about you constantly, sending their intentions out into the universe, hoping that somehow you will find your way back to them. They want, more than anything, to show you how much they have changed. They are ready to pour their heart out, to finally express just how deep and passionate their feelings are for you. These aren't just empty words or apologies, it's a profound desire to prove to you that they are no longer the person who caused you so much pain. Your maturity and understanding nature have left an indelible mark on them. Throughout everything, even at your lowest points, you carried yourself with dignity. You listened, you tried to understand, you gave them chances when they probably didn't deserve them. In the moments when others might have walked away, you chose to stay. You tried to see the best in them, even when it felt impossible. This grace and strength of character have shown them just how different you are from anyone else they've ever met. They can't help but compare you to the others who have come and gone in their life, people who never truly saw them, who never offered the kind of compassion and patience you did. The contrast is stark, and it's humbling. They feel embarrassed, almost ashamed, for having treated you the same way they treated those others in the past. They realize now that you are not like the others, you never were. You are genuine, authentic, and true. You carry within you a light that shines through in everything you do, and it terrifies them to think that they might have lost that light forever. Your moral values, your sense of right and wrong, your unwavering integrity, have opened their eyes to what it truly means to be trustworthy and reliable. They admire the way you stand up for what you believe in, the way you hold yourself accountable, and the way you treat others with kindness and respect. Every detail of your character, the way you speak, the way you handle difficult situations, the way you offer support without expecting anything in return, has left them in awe. They admire your politeness and your etiquette, the way you navigate the world with such grace and poise. It's something they didn't fully appreciate before, but now it feels like one of the most important things about you. They see you not just as a partner but as an inspiration, someone who challenges them to grow and become better. They want to learn from you, to follow your example, and to prove that they are capable of being the kind of person you deserve. They are determined to show you that they've changed. They are determined to right the wrongs of the past, to heal the wounds they caused, and to create a relationship that is worthy of your love and trust. They understand that words alone won't be enough. They know that actions speak louder than any apology. They are ready to do the work, to show up for you in the way they should have all along. They want you to see that the person who once hurt you is gone, replaced by someone who is deeply sorry, deeply in love, and deeply committed to making things right. Your partner's heart is overflowing with these emotions, and they are hoping that, somehow, you will find it in yourself to give them another chance. They know that trust isn't easily rebuilt and that it will take time and patience on their part. But they believe that if anyone is worth fighting for, it's you. They believe that the love you shared is worth every effort, every apology, and every step forward. Because deep down, they know that what they feel for you is irreplaceable, and they would give anything to hold you in their arms again, to show you the love and respect that you have always deserved.